Another thing that really surprised me about the Mormon church was the way they treated women. I was surprised when I was a member of the Mormon church back in 1972. Do you know a woman could not give a prayer behind the pulpit to open up the sacrament meeting? It had to be a priesthood holder. Isn't that odd? Women are treated as second-class citizens. The Mormon church claims to believe in Heavenly Mother. This is interesting. I would ask, what's Heavenly Mother's name? No one knew. How come we don't pray to Heavenly Mother? They said, well, it's disrespectful. Really? Under whose reasoning is that disrespectful? I used to ask women this in the Mormon church. Let me see if I have this right. You address all your prayers to Heavenly Father, because praying to Heavenly Mother is inappropriate. It's somehow disrespectful. So she can't talk to you. You can't talk to her. And this is all right with you women? How would you feel if your husband told you that you could not talk to your own children, and that your children could not talk to you? And if they did, they would be jeopardizing their immortal souls. Now, as women, how do you feel about that? Well, of course, nobody likes that idea, but that's what the church did. The church is run by men who are to the core misogynistic. They are the greatest women haters, and they disguise this hatred in the language of love and respect. It's like Muslims who dress their women from the top of their head down to the top of their feet. They wear these little shrouded garments. They only have a little window to see out of. They say they do it because they love their women. They respect their women. No, they don't. No one in the Western world accepts that. You know, you have to be a moron to actually believe it. They do it for only one reason: to make women non-entities, non-persons. They took away from them their humanity. They took away from them what it is to be a person. And they only exist in the home to serve the man. It's a type of slavery. Love has nothing to do with it. And that's what the Mormon church did to their women. You can't pray to Heavenly Mother, yet they acknowledge that she exists. I remember when Harold B. Lee, under his priesthood correlation program, robbed the Mormon women of their relief society. Do you know the relief society used to be independent of the Mormon male priesthood? They called their own leaders. They had their own funds. They had their own programs. Men had nothing to do with it. But that was not good enough for these men. They wanted that money. They wanted to control the women, so they came up with this priesthood correlation. Now, leaders of the Women's Relief Society are now called by the male priesthood. And they lost their private funds under Harold B. Lee. And not a single woman in the Mormon church stood up to protest the disenfranchisement of the Mormon woman. They were all silent, because that's what they do best. They are silent. They never speak. They never stand up for themselves against the church that they have been taught since childhood to blindly obey. Never mind the right or wrong of it. That's their teaching, not mine. Never mind the right or wrong of it. Well, I do mind the right and wrong of it.